So, you may have seen recently my P.I.P.P test, or photography in public places, bit on Glenfield Mall, and where I'm wearing my jersey with Court Security Officer Auditor on it. Now, clearly the Ministry of Justice have just got so much free time on their hands that they watch my videos, and Chris Hurd, who's the, I'd say knobhead, but who's the senior solicitor that's decided to go and put the heavies on and not justify any reason to restrict me from being able to record in a public place, and not be able to give me any legislative reference behind that, but he can give me legislative reference behind why he thinks their staff is immune from any fuck-ups. Perhaps that's why the staff, don't really care about following procedure. Why? Because they're immune. Because they can't be held accountable for fucking up. Perhaps that's the possibility. I don't know. But, out of the blue, Friday evening, I was checking the emails, and it was late Friday, I received an email here from Chris Hurd. Now, I'm sitting there thinking, Chris has responded back to me about, actually being able to supply me some sort of legislation behind why they're restricting me from recording in a public building. But no! Listen to this. Dear Mr. Keane, it has been brought to attention of the Ministry that you are in possession of a Court Security Officer jersey. Just a minute. I don't know about you, but I don't think this is a Court Security Officer jersey. I think this is a Court Security Officer Auditor jersey. But let's move on. Perhaps he's meaning this. No. So anyway, it says here, it has been brought to the attention of the Ministry that you are in possession, it's my possession, of a Court Security Officer jersey. Missed out the word auditor there, Chris. Which you are wearing in the following YouTube video. And he sent me a link of me sitting in the car at Glenfield Mall. My car being my private property. In the video, you say that you received it from a friend who found it in the rubbish. Yep, that's what he told me. We have no reason to believe that is untrue. I don't give a flying fuck if you believe it or not. You've got no evidence to the contrary, Chris. You can believe in unicorns as far as I'm concerned. Better watch out. Don't turn around, there's one behind you. So, the jersey is your property. Well, I know that. Why don't you state the obvious? Having been abandoned by the Ministry. Well, who says it was abandoned by the Ministry? I don't believe it was abandoned by the Ministry. I believe it was abandoned by someone, which is where my friend found it. So, moving on. However, we, who the fuck is we, must inform you that you cannot wear the jersey in public, as it has the New Zealand coat of arms on it. Does it? I would have thought, if I'm going to be forced into being called a citizen, or made to believe that the laws of New Zealand apply, isn't it patriotic to wear something with the coat of arms on it? Apparently it's not. As it has the New Zealand coat of arms on it as a symbol of authority. I just thought it was a picture. Just because someone's wearing this thing, I don't consider them having any authority. In fact, I consider them being my servant. So, don't know where you're getting that delusion from. It is a criminal offence under Section 13 of the Flags, Emblems and Names Protection Act 1981 for a person to display or exhibit or otherwise use any representation of various state emblems, including the coat of arms. Really? In such a manner as to be likely to cause any person to believe that he or she, or you in this case, Chris, does so under the authority, sanction, approval, appointment, or patronage of Her Majesty's Government, or of any Minister of the Crown, or of any Government Department. Section 24(1)(a) of that Act provides that the offence is punishable on conviction. There's that word. You're liable on conviction. Beforehand, you're presumed innocent by a fine not exceeding $5,000. Wearing a jersey that says Court Security Officer, again, Chris just doesn't read right. He's missing this word. I wonder why. With the New Zealand coat of arms in public is a clear breach of Section 13. I wasn't in public. I was in my car. We do not intend to take any action in respect of you wearing the jersey in public up to this point. Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh here. But advise you must not do so from now on. So, in summary, the jersey is yours, but you cannot wear it in public. I will reply to your other emails in due course. Yours sincerely, Chris Hurd. I don't wish to convey with him anymore. I don't wish to speak to him. So perhaps he didn't get that hint. So, my response to young Christopher was, "Good evening, Chris. Thanks for the unsolicited legal advice I did not ask for, which I deem to be somewhat of a threat without foundation, as it would appear with your emails full of errors and untruths without factual basis. Have you watched the video? Thanks for the view count. Be sure to thumbs down it. I keep a good track of government employees and unreasonable public servants watching through this method. And which little birdie informed you, huh? One of those unreasonable people working for you or the Ministry of Justice? There are some that act professional, but I have not met many. You are correct that I am in possession of my jersey, since when does the MOJ, or Ministry of Justice, get to dictate to those they serve what to wear? Your threatening email is unfounded. Perhaps you could not read the auditor word under Court Security Officer. I will be taking steps to inform any man or woman, and if you watch the video, I actually say I'm not a Court Security Officer, I'm a Court Security Officer Auditor. I will be taking steps to inform any man or woman that I am not a servant." Dead right. Not to worry. And you appear to be in error as to whether my private motor car is a public place. It is not. What facts do you have to support I was wearing my jersey in public? Not that it is any of your business. As you have no facts to believe my friend did not give this to me after finding it 3 years ago in the rubbish, what you have reason to believe, as mentioned in previous emails, is up to you. Watch out for low-flying unicorns or Santa around Christmas. Go for it. Beliefs are absent fact. Thought being a solicitor, you might already know that. Guess not. Your fear tactics may work on the uninformed public living in fear of the big bad Crown government, but you will have to do better than that with me, chap. You have no authority over me. Try some burn cream to take the sting out. Who is we? As far as I know, only you are attempting to shit stir. I would have thought you would spend your time on more important things than trivial apparel issues. How about pink underwear? Can I wear that? Is that okay with you in the Ministry of Justice, seeing as you're taking such an interest? How exactly do you intend to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that I am wearing my Court Security Officer Auditor jersey, and I quote, in such a manner as to be likely to cause any person to believe that he or you does so under the authority, sanction, approval, appointment or patronage of Her Majesty's Government or of any Minister of the Crown or of any Government Department? Does the Crown have a court security officer auditor? Perhaps they should have, given the mountain of stuff-ups committed by Ministry of Justice staff just on a speeding ticket alone. You all might serve us better in the future if there was such a thing. I would suggest getting your eyes checked, but that's not my place to do so. Unlike some, I know my place, which is that of which you are to serve. You need to work on your customer service skills, in my humble opinion. Wearing my jersey, be it in private or public, is not in breach of any section of the Act that you have referenced, as it does not state I am a court security officer. Although I do get why you appear confused, reading must be difficult. I do not give two hoots about whether, and I quote, "We do not intend to take any action in respect of you wearing the jersey in public up to this point." I'd just like to add there, by the way, he's saying in public up to this point. When was I wearing it in public, Chris? As you have no facts to suggest I have worn my court security officer auditor jersey in public or not that it is an offence regardless. However, as I have stated to you before, that I have no wish to correspond with you, any further threats from you will be deemed as harassment, causing further alarm and distress to myself and family without jurisdiction. So take the hint. I mean, I might fear for my safety. I suggest you go look at the Harassment Act. You don't want me to fear for my safety. 2 instances of you causing me to fear for my safety in the span of 12 months. Oh, that's not good. I will be placing your email online for all to see just how petty a senior Ministry of Justice solicitor can be. As for your confidentiality notice, I love the word may. Onus probandi would be yours to satisfy, and I would welcome any challenger. Didn't work out too well for the New Zealand Police Infringement Bureau, did it? Or Sally Woods of Auckland Council, Sergeant Brian Leslie of Henderson Police, Doladelo's Henderson staff, pick apart refund policies, Westwave preventing my rights, or Westgate Medical Centre and their rescinded trespass notices, let alone Dr. Incompetent and the Health and Disability Commissioner complaint that was upheld against him. All published. So if you wish to add yourself to the list, try me. Do not correspond with or reply to me again. Best you change your due course. You have been notified. Again, given your lack of capacity to read things completely, I do not wish or expect answers from you. My questions were purely for you to think before threatening another man again. Me. Perhaps your little birdies watching YouTube should be doing their jobs better. So, that's what I sent him back. You best take the hint, Chris. Don't email me again, especially when it's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. Alright? The only reason Jackson Cutting got you to contact me was because he's not legally trained to understand legislation to say, oh, I can't do this because of this. The reason why Jackson Cutting can't back his claims is because there isn't any, just as you've failed to. You might say, oh, they can't get up and walk away. Oh, the public servants have find it offensive. Then somewhere privately. If you don't want to be recorded, and I don't know about anyone else on this earth, but anywhere you go in public, or even private businesses, you are being recorded permanently, all the time, everywhere. Go and have a look at the New Zealand Transport Association and see how many cameras are filming all of the cars on the motorway. There's 30 or 40 cameras that are refreshing every 15 seconds. Alright? And that's just the cameras. Learn your place. Don't try dictating to me what I can wear. End of story. Just for your issue though, what I will do is I'm going to put not a across the top, because we don't want anyone mistakenly, be it delusional or otherwise, to think that I'm a court security officer, and I'll get a giant fucking red circle with a cross through it, a Ghostbuster sign through the crest. There will be no more delusions. Well guys, as you can see, especially Chris, I don't think there's any possible way, shape and form anybody could possibly think that I am a court security officer or that I have anything to do with the crest, given the fact there's a giant red "No I'm not" sign over the top of it. So I hope that pacifies any of you, well, I don't know what's the word I'm after, unreasonable public servants, but that should solve the issue. But there you go, people. And just so Chris is aware, I'm in my private car. I'm not actually in public at the moment, Christopher. So hopefully you'll cotton on to that one sometime soon. Bye. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
It's been emotional.